السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعين به ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وكشف الغمة. أما بعد, جزاكم الله خير, my dear brothers and sisters. We're continuing our series of the book of Imam Ibn al-Qayyim, The Disease and the Cure. Brothers and sisters, we have not really finished to talk about the effects of the sins in our lives. And today, we're going to be discussing two major impacts of sins in our lives. The number one is how the sins affect the bounties that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have blessed us with. Brother and sister, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given us so many bounties. The bounties of health, the bounties of senses, our eyes, our tongue, our ears, our limbs. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَإِن تَعَدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. If you count the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on us, we will now be able to count it. But brothers and sisters, the sins have a dramatic effect on the bounties that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given us. And one of the disastrous effects of the sins that it take away the blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given us. If someone wanted to keep the bounties that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given him or given her, he have to make sure that he would continue to obey the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because otherwise, these bounties might be a way to punish you by taking away from you. And the more you are obedient, the more Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless these bounties. The more you will see these bounties work for you, not against you. And just like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created reasons for these bounties to come, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also created reasons for these bounties to go. And one of the reasons for these bounties to continue and to be blessed is for you to continue to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And these bounties can be taken away from you by the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala might take away from you for the sins that you have committed. Brothers and sisters, some people would speculate, well, how come Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given the disbelievers all these bounties and etc.? Brothers and sisters, we don't know. The thing is, first of all, not every bounty that people have is considered to be something that they are enjoying. Yeah, just because someone have money, that maybe in your eyes, based on your evaluation, this person have a bounty of money, but this money that he has could be a misery on him, and you don't know. But what happens is sometimes we evaluate things based on their looks, based on what we think, based on our impressions. So the minimum that we could see is to evaluate each person by himself, and no one can have full evaluation except for yourself. Okay, so just like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have created bounties and reasons for these bounties to come, for these blessings to come, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created reasons for these bounties and these blessings to go. And what's amazing, brothers and sisters, is for when the servants know that there is reasons that these and he know that the reasons for these bounties to go is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if you sin against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take away these things from you. And if you know that, you still continue to commit sins, you still continue to be stubborn of doing the same thing over and over, instead of going back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you know that if you continue to commit the sins, don't you know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala one day might take away these blessings away from you? So why do you continue to this? So this is the utmost ignorance that many human beings tend to do. If you know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have created reasons for these bounties to go, yes, you are committing these reasons. You are committing these reasons, and as if you're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to take away these bounties away from you. So think about this, brothers and sisters. The other thing that we need to think about, brothers and sisters, the disastrous effect of the sins is, as Ibn al-Qayyim have said, إنها تباعد عن العبد ووليه. You will, because of the sins, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala might distance you from the unhelpers that are surrounding you. And here we're talking about a specific helper, the angels of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created angels that surround us. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, له معقبات من بين يديه ومن خلفه يحفظونه من أمر الله. There is angels that surround us all the time. The more a person sin, the more Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would take away from his angels, and he will be closer to the other group of people, Satan's. And the more the person is righteous, the more he's obedient, the more he follow the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the more you would see him being close to his angels, and his angels would advise him. And with his angels would make him happy. And he would be blessed by their gathering. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if you sin, you'll be closer to your enemy, Satan, and you'll be closer to his flames. You'll be closer to his evilness. You'll be closer to his trickery, and etc. So the question here, brothers and sisters, you know that you are almost in this tug of war, and you have the choice to go of which group of people you want to be based on your actions. The more the person is righteous, the more he's closer to his angel, and the more the person is evil, the more he's closer to his Satan. And imagine this, brothers and sisters. In the Ibn al-Qayyim, he mentioned, and in some of the athar, he said, إذا كذب العبد تباعد منه الملك ميلا من نتن ريحته. He said, if a servant lied one lie, his angels would move away from him 1 mile because of how stinky is the smell of his sin. So this is one lie. Imagine if someone is consistently lying. Imagine if someone is cheating. Imagine if someone committed a big sin, and etc. And that's why some of the Salaf brothers and sisters, what they used to say: إذا ركب الذكر عجلت الأرض إلى الله وهربت الملائكة إلى ربها وشكت إليه عظيم ما رأت. That if there is that if someone committed a huge sin, the earth would change, and the angels would run away, and would complain to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about what they have seen. Brothers and sisters, imagine this. This happens consistently, brothers and sisters. As some of the Salaf said, إذا أصبح العبد, in the morning, as soon as a person would wake up, ابتدره الملك والشيطان. These two groups of people would come to him, the angels and Satan. فإن ذكر الله وكبره وحمده, if he started with remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if he started with being close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Satan, the angels would kick whom? Would kick the devils away from them. And if someone committed something evil from the beginning of the day, vice versa, the angels would leave, and he will be closer to his devils. And the Malik, the angels, would continue to be closer to the servants, and continue to have the authority over the servant, as long as he's obedient, as long as he is righteous, as long as he is close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have said in the Quran, إن الذين قالوا ربنا الله إن الذين قالوا ربنا الله ثم استقاموا تتنزل عليهم الملائكة ألا تخافوا ولا تحزنوا وأبشروا بالجنة التي كنتم توعدون. Those who say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is our Lord, and they were on the pathway of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they were straight, the angels would come to them and would talk to them and would tell them, do not be in fear, do not be sad, we will give you glad tidings of the heaven, and etc. And they would say, نحن أولياؤكم في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة. We are your helpers. The angel would tell you, we are your helpers in this dunya and in the hereafter. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. So, brothers and sisters, this is something that you have to think about. You have to wonder. Subhanallah, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إذ يوحي ربك إلى الملائكة أني معكم فثبتوا الذين آمنوا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would give revelations to the angels, and would tell them, O angels, be with my servants, confirm him in the right path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, يثبت الله الذين آمنوا بالقول الثابت في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would confirm the people who are in the right path in this dunya, in this life, and hereafter. So, brothers and sisters, there is nothing better than a company. There's nothing better than being close to the angels of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the angels of God. They would be there for you. They would help you. They would comfort you. They would make it easy for you. They would warn you. They would fight against you. Yes, the angels would fight for you. And as some of the author, some of the author Ibn al-Qayyim mentioned here, he said, "Inna lil maliki بقلب ابن آدم لمة وللشيطان لمة فلمة الملك إبعاد الخير فلمة الملك إعاده بالخير والتصديق بالوعد." He said that there are two areas in the heart of Bani Adam: a heart that attracts goodness, and there's an area that attracts evil. And the angels what would they do? They would try to fill that gap with goodness and attracting the son of Adam to do what is good. And the Satan's, they would try to do as much as possible to fill that area with evilness. And subhanallah, each party is competing over this heart. Each party is competing his heart. The more the angel will be closer to the heart of son of Adam, the more it would affect his senses. You will see him saying the truth. You will see him doing goodness. You will see him ordering people to do what is right. You will see him being nice to people. You see him smiling. We will see him obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and vice versa. If the Satan have occupied the heart of Adam, you will see him lying and cheating and committing adultery and attacking people and harming people, and etc. As Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam have talked about Umar Khattab radiallahu anhu, and he said, "Inna as-sakinata tantiqu ala lisani Umar." He said, tranquility speaks out of the mouth and the tongue of Umar ibn Khattab. Why? Because his angels are with him. And that's why Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said also in Umar that if Satan saw him, they would run away from him because of how righteous he was. Brothers and sisters, and that's why when someone would say the truth, they would say, "Ma alqaha ala sanika illa malak." No one, whoever helped you to say that the goodness that came out of your mouth was an angel. And if someone saw something evil, they say, "Whoever enabled you or supported you to do this evilness is Satan." Brothers and sisters, and that's why, and as I said, yani, the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the saying of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when how the angels would defend you. And one time there was two people were fighting in front of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One was attacking him, and the other one was silent. You know, and the one that silent, he kept silent until he spoke and defended himself. So what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, he said, "كان الملك ينافع عنه." That while he was quiet, there was an angel, he was protecting him, he was defending him until he spoke, and then the angels retracted. So subhanallah, yes, angels can protect you, angels can defend you, and the angels can make you feel happy and comfort you and support you and help you to do what is right. And that's why, and even imagine this: if someone make a dua, someone made a supplication to his brother, who the angels would say, the same angels would say Ameen for you, for yourself. The angel will say Ameen. ولكم مثله. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shall give you the same thing for you. If you make supplication for your own brother, you're asking something good for him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, may Allah give you the same thing. And the same thing, brother and sister, وإذا أذنب العبد المؤمن and if the person sins, and the angels might make my dua for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive him, and to support him and to guide him, and if someone he made wudu and he slept, what the angels would do would be with him throughout the night to help him and comfort him, and would be with him and support him. So brothers and sisters, this is the end of the results of what's going to happen. Which party you want to be with, who you want to be surrounded with, and etc. And that's why some of the Sahaba used to say the following. It's a very beautiful statement. إِنَّ مَعَكُمْ مَنْ لَا يُفَارِقُمْ فَاسْتَحْيُوا مِنْهُمْ وَأَكْرِمُوهُم. They said, the Sahaba used to say, there are people who are with you all the time. There are people with you all the time, and these people do not leave you. So be shy from them and do justice to them. Who are these people? Are the angels. So يعني if you know someone is always with you, shouldn't you be shy from them, from committing sins? Shouldn't you always try to do some things that's going to comfort them and give them the support that they would give you, the angels, by doing good and stay away from evil? You know. And as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said this in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said this in the Quran, وَإِنَّ عَلَيْكُمْ لَحَافِظِينَ كِرَامًا كَاتِبِينَ. There are people who are with you all the time. They monitor everything that you do. Shouldn't be shy from these angels before every time you attempt to commit a sin. Shouldn't you be shy of the fact that you know there is an angel writing your good deeds and there is an angel writing your bad deeds? Shouldn't you be shy from them? Shouldn't you want? Don't you want this the angel who write the good deeds to continue writing everything that you are doing, and etc. So, brothers and sisters, this is the situation that we are in, and this is the options that we are in. Which party you want to be with? Which group of people you want to you want to support you? You want the angels to always surround you and bless you, or you want all the Satan's and his colleagues to be with you? Brothers and sisters, think about that. Think about that. A lot of people, every time they listen to music, who do you think they're surrounding themselves with? Angels? No. They're surrounding themselves with Satan and his colleagues. And that's why you see people who do these things, they're continually supported by them. You see them committing one sin after another. Why? Because Satan is with them. He's always whispering into them. And when you see people are doing good deeds, they do it in packages too, in which they do one good deed after another, one good deed after another, and etc. So ask yourself these questions. Which group of people you want to be with? And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide all of us, and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to confirm us in his pathway. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to support us with his angels throughout the day. If I said anything that is good, is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his prophet. If I said anything from evil, it's from myself and the shaitan. جزاكم الله خير لحسن معكم سبحانك وبحمدك نستغفرك ونتوب اليك والعصر إننا لسنا في خسر إلا الذين يعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر.